Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the Big Me My Man channel. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to make a basic rifle script in Unity. This is a continuation of my shooting tutorial series. I have part 1, which will be a card in one of the corners now. Now, I have made two different tutorials, one on weapon sway and one on weapon switching. You don't need to follow these two tutorials to understand this one, but you do need to follow the pistol or the first shooting tutorial to understand this one. So what you want to do is I now have a rifle, game object which I created in the last tutorial, the weapon switching tutorial, and it has the script of pistol, which is what our pistol has. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to copy the pistol script, all of its elements, and we're going to make it so that when we press down a button and hold it, it will shoot at a continuous speed that we can determine by a variable. So we're going to create a new script, call it rifle, create an add, and then we're going to double click that to open it up in Visual Studio. Now, once we've opened it in Visual Studio, what we want to do is we want to go over to the pistol script which we created in the last shooting tutorial, copy all of its elements except for the public class and the last curly bracket, and then we're going to grab this and then paste it. What we're going to do now is we're going to create a new public float, and we're going to call it fire rate. Sort that out. And I'm going to create a new private float, call it max time. What we're going to do is we're going to do and fire rate is smaller than or equal to 0. So if the fire rate is equal to 0 or less than 0, okay, actually my bad, what we're going to do is we're going to change that to max time, and we're going to change this to timer. Or rather, change max time to fire rate. Now what we're going to do is change that to, keep that as so, now change that to timer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a new function called void start. This will be called upon the launching of the game. We're going to do timer is equal to fire rate. And then in the update function, we're going to do timer minus equals time dot delta time. What this does is that it takes away the value from the timer by the amount of seconds in game. So what we're going to do is that in the shoot function, we're going to put the timer equal to the fire rate. The fire rate is the variable that we control to determine whether or not we can fire again. So if this is a high value, if we hold down the fire button, it will shoot slower. If we decrease it, it will shoot faster. What we're going to do now is change it from get button down to get button. This just means that we can hold down the button and it will continue to fire. What we're going to do now is we're going to save this and then go back to Unity. We're going to assign the player camera to the FPS cam variable. I'm going to increase the damage from 1 to 2 over the pistol. Then I'm going to increase the range to 100, and then the fire rate to 0.5. I'm going to get rid of the pistol script. I'm going to remove that component, and I'm going to click play and show you it in action. I'm going to go over to the console so I can see the fire rate being displayed. If I hold down the button, every half a second it detects a new shot on the terrain. Now, I'm not going to tap the button, I'm going to hold down the button and aim at this. It's going to take 2 shots, so in 1 second it will delete the cube. There we go. 1, 1, 1. There we go, we have now successfully created a rifle script in Unity. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.